هسه راح نحكي عن male reproductive physiology. طبعا male reproductive organs working with other body system, for example the neuroendocrine system, make hormones that are important in biological development of sexual behavior for performance and action. ولهذا it is not only the male organs لكنه أيضا الهرمونز اللي النيوروندوكراين اللي موجودة بالبيتيوتري بالهايبوثالاموس كلها تتعاون في سبيل الفانكشن. زين the functions اللي نحتاجها بالميل هو to produce and maintain and transport the sperm الحيامن and the seminal fluid الفلويد اللي هو الحيامن, to discharge sperm from the penis and to produce and secrete the male sex hormones. The major structure of male reproductive system include the organs, the testes, the external genitalia, including the penis, the scrotum, reproductive tract, and a number of ducts responsible for the transportation of sperm from the testes to the penis. And outside the body, there are also two seminal vesicles, bulbourethral glands and the prostate glands. If we see in this demonstration, these are the testicles. This is the scrotum hanging outside the body. This is the penis. This is the urethra. And here is the prostate. Okay, and this is these are other parts of the testicles and vas deferens, how it's pass here and goes through with the urethra to pass sperm and seminal vesicles. The testes are suspended in the scrotal sac, as we see before, where they hang one on either side of the penis, and one hangs lower than the other. وهذا طبيعي. واحدة مرتفعة أكثر من الأخرى. This is a normal finding for sperm to be viable. It's essential that the production is made at a temperature lower than the normal body temperature. ولهذا بالحقيقة التستيكل موجودة بالسكروتم outside the body, لأنه لازم يكون التمبريتشر الانفايرمنت مال التمبريتشر اللي موجودة بالتستيكل lower than that of the body to produce sperm. The key function of the testes are production of sperm, spermatozoa, or spermatogenesis, produce the male sex hormone. Testosterone is one of these hormones. The testes are small oval-shaped organs measuring approximately 5 cm long, 2.5 cm wide, with a layer of serous fibrous connective tissue surrounding them. There are 3 layers that cover the testes: tunica vaginalis, tunica albuginea, and tunica vasculosa. These are one of the testicle. هنا sagittal section مالتها, هاي شوفوها شلون مقصوصة. زين, وشوفون هنا tunica vaginalis on the outer layer, and tunica albuginea in the inner layer, and tunica vasculature. This is where the vessels contain. Sperm production يصير كالتالي. The testes are divided into lobules مثل ما شفنا. Lobules موجودة هنا, تشوفون هاي lobules. This is a lobule. Inside each a tube called the seminiferous tubule. Usually there are between 1 to 4 seminiferous tubules. زين, inside each lobule. Sperm is produced in these tubules in the form of sperm stem cells. بالتالي sperm cells in their various stage of development are stored in the space between the Sertoli cell اللي هي تكون السبرم. Mature sperms are found in the lumen of the seminiferous tubules. The Sertoli cell function include phagocytosis, secretion of fluid that allow the sperm to develop, and be transported and providing a mean whereby the developing sperm can be nourished. These are the functions of Sertoli cells. There are spaces between the tubules contain clusters of cells called the Leydig cell. These cells are synthesized and secrete the hormone testosterone as well as other androgens. فإذا عندنا two types of cells موجودة بالتستيكل important cells اللي هي سيرتولي اللي هي بالحقيقة aids in spermatogenesis بالتكوين مال السبرمز هناك من السبرم ستيم سيلز إضافة إلى اللايديك سيل اللي هي تفرز الهرمونز الأندروجين خصوصا التستوستيرون. Spermatogenesis, how it occur around puberty and persists for the rest of life. A young healthy man will produce many hundreds million sperm daily. Spermatozoa is the final stage of spermatogenesis. Once formed, لما تتكون السبرم, the sperm travel up into the epididymis. Then at the two vast differences, one arising from each testicle, منها vas deferens ومنها vas deferens, one arising from each testicle, and they join at the back of the bladder, posterior to the bladder. Each vas deferens merges with one seminal vesicle. This seminal vesicle contains the fluid required at the time of ejaculation. فإذا الفلويد اللي موجود ويا السبرم يطلع mainly from the seminal vesicle. The fluid from the vas deferens and seminal vesicles are released into the ejaculatory duct اللي هي موحدة situated within the prostate gland. بالprostate موجودة. The prostate gland also secretes fluids that are found in the ejaculate. The fluid secreted is milky alkaline, offering a friendly environment for the sperm to survive. يعني يعيش بها السبرم, preparing them for survival in the acidity of the vagina. لأنه الكلاين يحافظ على السبرمز من الموت بسبب الأسيديتي مال الفاجينا. The ejaculatory ducts connect to the urethra, where the sperm will be ejaculated during orgasm by sexual intercourse خلال الجماع. Once ejaculated, it is unusual for sperm to survive longer than 48 hours within the female reproductive tract. فإذا السبرم لما يطلع من البنس ويدخل إلى الفاجينا ما يبقى أكثر من 48 ساعة. خلال 48 ساعة إذا ما صار إذا chance to fertilate the ovum, it will die. Okay. التستس and hormonal influence. The male sex hormone are known as androgen. كل الأنواع مال السكس هرمون اللي تنفرز من testicle and the adrenal cortex زين وياها نسميها androgen. The majority of androgen are produced in the testes, a small amount of the in the adrenal cortex يعني ما فوق الكلية. The testosterone is the main androgen that is produced by the testes. It is essential for the male sexual organ as well as the secondary sex characteristics اللي هي secondary sex characteristics اللي نعتبرها pitch of voice. يعني تعرفون الميل عندهم low pitch, female high pitch voice. musculation, muscles and body hair يختلف ما بين الفيميل والميل. مؤكد هذه اللي يحددها هي حقيقة اللي نسميها احنا secondary sexual characteristic يحق لها التستوستيرون والأذر أندروجين are for effective spermatogenesis ومهم أيضا للsperm production. It is also encourage metabolism growth of muscle and bone and the sexual desire libido. With the onset of puberty, the hypothalamus intensify the secretion of gonadotropin releasing hormone من الhypothalamus. Gonadotropin releasing hormone stimulate the anterior pituitary to release an increased discharge of luteinizing hormone ما يسمى LH. These hormones work on the negative feedback system controlling the secretion of testosterone in the blood and production of sperm. لو نشوف بالحقيقة هنا الدايجرام نشوف إنه when there is reduction in the testosterone in the body there is increased production of gonadotropin releasing hormone to the pituitary where release of LH and then to the testicle to release more testosterone. If it is high, the level high, there is negative feedback where the gonadotropin or the testosterone or the gonadotropin releasing hormone will its release will be decreased in this phase. The penis is the male copulatory organ. The penis encloses the urethra. داخل البنس اكو القناة اللي نسميها urethra اللي هي قناة الإدرار وأيضا ejaculation. The penis encloses urethra is highly vascular organ. The organ is the passageway for excretion of the urine and ejaculatory semen. The penis has a shaft and tip known as glans, and in the uncircumcised male, this is covered by foreskin. The penis is cylindrical in shape with the three cylindrical masses of tissue. The three columns of erectile tissue in the penis are the shaft, the corpora cavernosa, and the corpora spongiosa. The penis is usually flaccid and hangs down. During sexual excitation, it becomes erection, swollen, engorged with the blood, firmer, and straighter. These changes occur as a result of blood filling the erectile tissue, allowing the penis to penetrate the vagina and deposit sperm, ejaculation, as close to the site of fertilization as possible. The erection reflex can be prompted by sight, touch, pressure, sounds, smells, or vision of sexual encounter. فإذا هاي كلها تحفز زين erection. When ejaculation has occurred, the arterial vasoconstriction and the penis become flaccid again. Vas deferens and scrotum. Vas deferens or the duct's deferens as it enters the pelvic cavity is less convoluted than the epididymis. The diameter is also larger and the length of the vas deferens is about 45 centimeters as it passes from the scrotum to the posterior of the bladder and it emerges both the vas deferens to form to be in the prostate. The scrotum helps to control the temperature of the testicle. The most favorable temperature for sperm production is approximately 2 to 3 degrees below core body temperature. However, too low temperature can also impact spermatogenesis ويقلل من spermatogenesis. The prostate is a single donut shape gland measuring about 4 centimeters. It goes around the urethra under the urinary bladder and is made of 20 to 30 glands enclosed in smooth muscle. The prostate consists of 3 distinct zones: the central zone, peripheral zone, and transition zone. Secretion of the prostate gland composes approximately 30% of the volume of the semen. قسم يطلع من الفاس، قسم يطلع من البروستيت، وقسم من ايش؟ من التستيكلز. 30% of the semen, the fluid helps sperm motility and maintain viability. Prostatic fluid is slightly acid in nature. These secretions enter the urethra via a number of ducts during ejaculation.